Welcome back to my photo studio. I've got this all set up with this yellow backdrop paper, and today I'm going to just quickly run through a few photos of items that I'm going to list on eBay. I've talked about it before, but I had the opportunity to go to an estate sale that had already ended, and they were just clearing the house out, so there weren't too many people there, but it was just a wide open house. Take anything that you want here. And I've been listing a lot of the stuff that I got at the house, and I did okay there. Today, right now, we're going to go through this ice cream maker. It's a wiring ice cream parlor maker, SF520-1. If I listed this entire thing in the box and everything, it's worth about $30 to maximum $40. So I wasn't even going to list it because it is kind of big. It's going to be a little bit of an issue shipping, not too bad, but for $30 I wouldn't really want to mess with it, and it would take up quite a lot of space in my inventory shelves. But then I started thinking about the possibility of parting it out, and so I started looking up the model number on eBay, and it seemed like parting it is probably a good idea. This right here is just the base. It's a motorized base. And this part sells for about $25. This paddle that spins the ice cream sells for about $20. Everything else, each of these other items sells for about $15 to $16. And then even the instruction manual that it came with is probably worth about $10. So adding this all up is probably going to be about $110. Maybe, let's just be conservative and say $100. Compared to $30 for selling the entire thing together. It seems like parting it out is going to be the best idea. So I'm going to just take some pictures of these things. I'm going to just clean this ice cream machine up a little bit. This base is a little bit dirty from whoever used it last. Probably hasn't been used in 30 years. But we'll clean it up a little before we take some pictures of it and get it listed. So I do some parting out occasionally of things like this. I don't really like to do it because even though it does bring you more money, these items are not going to sell quickly. This might sit for a year before you find the exact right person who wants to buy it, that they need it. You know, their machine broke and they need a new one. They don't want to buy a whole new one. Maybe they're used to this vintage style and they want to keep doing it the way they've been doing it. Who knows why people want to part these things out. Maybe it's just for, to be environmentally responsible. No sense in buying something new if you can repair the thing that you have. Although that's harder and harder to do all the time. I remember I even saw people just selling these rubber feet individually. Maybe sell each one for $5 or $6. I'm not going to go that far with this. But I could remember we had a regular window box fan, a square 12 by 12. Maybe they're more than that. I'm not sure how big they are. Just a box fan. And I think we paid probably $19.99 for it at Target or Walmart or something like that. And it tipped over and the blade inside broke. So I wanted to buy a new blade. I started looking around. I didn't want to have to buy I was just thinking, let's recycle this and not just throw it in the garbage and buy a new one. We'll fix it and get it going. This would be the most responsible thing we can do. So I looked it up, and the blade, to buy a replacement blade from the company, whoever made it, was like $75. It's like, so the replacement blade for a $20 fan is $75. It doesn't make any sense. So we're not really in a world where you could repair things easily anymore, but I guess maybe today somebody is selling that blade on eBay. Okay, we'll just take some pictures of this from all angles. I have this yellow, this is just poster paper I got from the dollar store. And I wish I could get one piece that's big enough to fill the whole space, but right now I have it in 4 sections. You can kind of see it in the photos and the listings, but it's fine. And maybe this yellow color isn't the most isn't the best color for, you know, it puts a yellow cast onto these items. I only use it basically when I'm taking pictures of something that's white, because I don't want the white item to be, to disappear into the white background, the backdrop. So I got these yellow ones. I use these for everything that is white. And I don't know, like it does put a little yellow cast onto this, which maybe isn't ideal, but I like the pop of yellow on eBay. Seems like it jumps out if you're scrolling through. And I'm just using the same color. I have white and I have this yellow color. So it's some sort of something like branding. If somebody sees something with a yellow background, maybe they'll recognize it as mine. So we'll go to the, I just wrote up these drafts of these listings upstairs on the laptop, and I brought the ice cream machine down here. So I'll take the photos, I'll find the drafts. So there's, I don't know if there's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 listings here out of this one ice cream machine. I'll probably throw the box in the garbage, but maybe I could even sell that. I'm not going to waste my time on that. So I took the machine down here after I wrote the drafts of the listings. This is typically how I do it. I'll write the listings on my laptop and then bring the item to the photo station to get pictures taken of it, and then just put the photos. eBay does have its own camera that you can use, and it will put your pictures directly into the eBay app. I think that I've had a lot of trouble with blurry photos through that app, so I just use the standard. This is an Android phone, so I just use the standard Android camera. I should probably find a place where I'm going to put all these. I'm going to just leave them right in, you know, as it comes. I'll take pictures of all this stuff and then put it all back together the way it's meant to be. But I'm going to find a place that would be big enough to store it, so I can put the location where I've stored it into the app. And it's probably going to be in here somewhere. Well, I'm due for more space. I need to figure out more room somewhere. I put this here recently and filled that all up. This whole top row is stuff that needs to be listed. All these dishes up here. This is probably $2,000 worth of dishes if I just get around to getting them listed and sold. And they really should be listed quickly, because those are going to be probably long tail sellers. That'll take a while for somebody buys all those. I think I'm out of room. I don't think I have room for this anywhere. I can't think of anywhere to put it. So I might have to move some things around. Let's check the closet. It's pretty full. I have stuff in all of these drawers, all of these shelves. I want it to go in here. I probably want it to go right here, so I might have to move these two. I can move these 2 items. I'm going to just move these locations right now. I think these things are scheduled. They're probably not even listed yet. So I'm going to save this draft that I'm working on for later. And I'll go to the scheduled listings. Like right now I have 111 scheduled listings. And I'll search here for Bear, which is right here. Well, maybe he's already listed. Okay, go back to the active listings. Search again. Bear. Here he is. So this is a little toy bear that walks on a tightrope. It's pretty cool. It's brand new. Never been used. So I'm going to revise that listing and change the location, which is here in the item specifics, to the custom SKU field. I'm just going to put it 1 shelf down and just put it right here. Now I got to find somewhere to put this desk, which I think might go here. So I'm just going to move both of these 1 shelf down, and then I'll have room here for this ice cream machine. Okay, save this. This is the bear. We'll revise it. That'll be done. And then I'm looking for a pink desk next. That's going to definitely be scheduled. Let's search for pink. There's a bunch of pink things scheduled. So I've got a Squishmallow. That's pink. Pink, the musician playing cards. Here's a pink picnic table and the pink school desk. Revised list listing. We'll put this bedroom 7D. Change that to bedroom 7C. Now I think we should have room to put this here when we're done with all the photos. So we'll get back to that. I might as well put this one there now. And then I'll put the canister on top of it when it's all finished. Okay, 7C. We'll save that listing that we just moved. And now we're on to the next. Let's see. This guy. We're going to put his location. eBay has a custom SKU field where you can put any information that you want for yourself that you don't need your buyers to see. And I always put the location where I have it stored so I can find it easily once this item sells. I put the price that I paid for it, the location where I got it from. In this case, it just says estate sale. And then the date that I purchased it. So I've had this sitting here for over a month now. I think this is the very last item from that ransack estate sale that has yet to be listed. So we're going to get that listed, get this all done today, and then we will be done with that sale until some of this stuff starts to sell. So this is the paddle that spins, that mixes your ice cream as you're cooking it, I guess as you're freezing it. And I'll take, let's get this camera up. We'll take one photo here. There's not really much you can do for photos of something like this to make it interesting. We'll do our best. I think that I've heard that 7 is the optimum number of photos that you should have on a listing for eBay's algorithm to promote it, but who knows? So all we need to do here is add that location that we just created, which is LR7D, and this listing is finished. So now we've got 2 done already. This is a plastic lid that holds everything together. We'll do it next. I don't know what it's called. I called it support arm bracket. Hopefully somebody is buying this machine, these replacement parts. They have their machine already and they know what they're looking for. Sometimes when I'm taking photos of things that are similar, I'll just take 2 or 3 blank photos in between, so it's easier to tell. Now you see there's a row of 3 blanks, then I'll know when I've moved on to the next item when I go to upload these photos to the eBay app. It'd be much easier to see. I'm going to try, there is some text on here that says lock. I'm going to try to tilt this into the light so that's easy to see. This side also says lock, so we'll try that again. And might even put a measuring tape just for fun. Like I said, most of the time I assume a buyer has some awareness of what they're purchasing. The problem with these poster boards from the dollar store, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. These poster boards get kind of a lot of marks on them, so you have to be careful. They unfortunately put stickers on the other side, so it's really only a one-sided. You can really only use one side of it. Okay, select photos. So we only have 6 photos here. probably enough. And I'm going to put that in the... If you want to find that custom SKU field, it's right here under the item specifics section of the eBay app. If you're using the browser, the regular website, it's just underneath the title. And if it does not show up for you, I recommend just Googling how to get my custom SKU field to appear, because it is not on by default. Batavia, my brother wants to know how close we are to Batavia. I'll tell him later. I'm busy now. LR7D, that's the location. Okay, this one's done. Next, this is the canister that you actually freeze the ice cream in. I'm gonna give this a quick rub down. And then we'll take some photos. Try to fill up the frame as much as possible. You don't need any extra space around your item. You know, you want to have enough space that it looks good, but you know, you want to maximize the view of the item that you're selling. The goal of these photos is not to be an artist, but to get as much detail as you can for the buyer to determine whether they want to buy your ice cream machine or somebody else's. So if you have the time and the space and the bandwidth to do 24 photos, which is the maximum that eBay allows, then go ahead and do that. But sometimes you're just wasting your time. There's only how many ways can you show this canister? Okay, I did something wrong. I put the motor, the base and motor photos on the wrong listing. So we'll go back in here and adjust these photos, add these photos to the proper listing. Add the location, which is LR7D. And then we'll have to update this one next with the proper photos. Okay, mixing canister, aluminum mixing canister. That's the one we're working on right now. So let's add these photos to this listing. Got 6 photos here. Same deal, LR7D. And that one is done. Start putting these things inside here. Okay, next is the lid. This is the one that I dropped it. This is the one that I just put the wrong photos on. So we'll update those photos in a second after we take them. And here I'm just cleaning it off. It's not really dirty, but it's a little dusty, and it has a little bit of a. I think that's just a flaw in the molding. I'm not gonna. If it was a scratch or something, I would draw attention to it, but since it seems to be a manufacturer's defect, I'm not going to do that. Okay. There's almost no way to take multiple pictures of this that are interesting. I'll put the tape across here. In case somebody has a slightly different model, I don't really know if they made different models that fit. You know, that lid might fit on a different machine. Okay, so we're on to this one. This says lid only replacement. So I just found out recently that if you go here and you click the edit button up here, it gives you a select all, and then you can delete everything all at once if you put the wrong photos in something. And then I can add the proper photos back. This one already has a location, so this one is complete. We've got this one. This one is pretty dirty. I probably should have cleaned this one in the sink, but I'm going to use the same rag I've been using. I think all this stuff was just sitting for a long time, so it got a little dusty. it's not really dirty with food or dirt or anything. It's just got a little dust inside of it. So clean it out. Clean the bottom. Check the sides. Yeah, there's some. I'm gonna spray a little bit and clean this the rest of the way. But we don't want to spend all day cleaning this thing, so this seems to be the one least likely to sell quickly. I called it the outer plastic bucket. Again, I don't know if these things have actual names. Try to stop it from rolling. Put that there. Do the inside as well. This one really wants to just roll in one direction. Get the inside this way. I don't know. I want to get 5 or 6 pictures here. And we'll do one like this, and then we'll call this finished. Okay, so this one is the outer plastic bucket. Oh, shoot. Location. R7D. Okay, that one's done. Now this is probably the one least likely to sell. I did see a couple other of these manuals, similar manuals that sold. This one is a little bit rough condition wise. It has these what I can only assume is ice cream stains on the bottom or the back. But if you have this machine and you don't know how to use it, this might be your only opportunity. This also has ice cream recipes in it, so that could be fun if you just got your new batter, your beater, and you want to make some ice cream and you don't have a recipe in mind. Get the original book. I don't know if this has a date on it. So I take photo front and back, and then I'm going to just try to get a couple from the inside so that the buyer has some kind of an idea of what they're buying. And then we're going to call this done. Okay. Replacement. Wiring, ice cream maker, instruction manual, and recipe book. So we'll put these photos in, 5 photos. And I was thinking about putting it in a different location, but we might as well keep it all together. LR7D. I have, let's see, what else do I have to do today? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got about 8 or 9 other drafts ready to take photos from. So I'm going to try to get all of those finished today with photos and schedule them to get listed. But if I don't make it, it won't be the end of the world. So I just put this whole machine right here in one location. When they sell, I'll just take out the parts that I need and get them shipped. So for now, I'm going to go outside and finish a little bit of cleaning up in the yard, and then we will be back hopefully tonight with some orders. So far today, I haven't sold anything, so I'm getting a little bit antsy that I'm not going to get any sales today. So I wanted to make one video about taking some photos, and hopefully we'll be back with another video on packing some orders tonight because we need to make some money. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we'll see you again next time. Bye.